Good morning, my love. So I'm going to try this through an audio headset since the cleaner uppers, the gardeners, are still around, and so I'm inspired to share based on some things that came to my attention visiting with my beautiful family and friends and daughters this weekend, and one of the things that I often recognize with those who come into my awareness is what mirrors we are for one another. So as I was observing my sensitive, dear, beautiful daughter struggle with her anxiety, struggling with her fear of judgment around the family is big, coming together in the holidays, who among us is not having some anxiety, about, what's mom going to say? Oh, what's my brother going to think? What's this going to, blah, 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 okay? Right? So I was feeling anxious myself a bit, which is a little normal, but witnessing how my daughter reacted to her uncomfortable feelings as she drank a bit too much was quite illuminating for myself and also as an observing mother. So recognizing my own propensity to mask my feelings as I have throughout my life, in the behavior of my daughter was really, really profound. And that led me to also the awareness that there are many of us that are struggling with insecurities, anxieties, and fear of what others may think, or the unknown, or worries. And I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter what other people think. It does not matter how they judge, if they judge. It is how you respond. It is how you think, what you think, how you feel. That is the key, the most important ingredient here as you become more and more aware of your feelings and allowing yourself to feel them, the discomfort of the anxiety, the discomfort of the fear, the ache of the longing or the loneliness, the self-judgment, and how that feels so crummy. It's okay to sit for a moment in those feelings. Just let yourself experience whatever you're experiencing before you do anything for at least a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, before you take a drink or a toke or eat that sugary, yummy goodness, or get on your phone to distract yourself. Take a few moments to allow yourself to feel what's coming up for you. And then why not share it? Why not, when you're ready, talk about, what's coming up for you with someone who feels safe. And if there is not that person, like a friend or a parent or what have you, journal. Journal about it. Write about it. There's no running from who you are. She or he is always going to show right back up with something new to look at, something new to feel. So getting comfortable with where you're at is a good thing. And the better we take care of ourselves, instead of running from ourselves. Boy, do I know this one good. Oh my God, it's like been my life story. It's really interesting to see the reflection of myself in my children. Do you see that in yours if you have children? Or perhaps if you are a child, do you see the reflection of your parent in you sometimes? So that's all very normal and good. Because we are meant to be mirrors. We are meant to help one another, you know, through contrast or resonance, you know. If it doesn't feel good, well, hey, you've just been given a gift of insight of, you know, what you don't want and maybe more clarity on what you do want and what you would like to feel. So try your best not to run from those feelings. Sit with them, feel them, have that purge, have that cry. If you need to yell and scream, get out somewhere where it's not going to harm you or anyone else and get it out. So, but that was good, being able to just be there as a witness and in love and unconditional love and acceptance. And then also recognize, you know, the memory of how that feels within myself. So anyway, I have found a few practices really, really, really help me. Meditating, being among the top, breathing. Meditating and breathing and coming into my body and feeling my body and where are my feelings? Where in my body am I feeling whatever I'm feeling? And what is that? And just really being present with that. I ground a lot. I hug my beautiful tree. I'll show you my favorite tree to hug. This is Trinity, glorious Trinity. Not sure if you got her or not. She's a really good hugging tree. So before I even get out of bed in the morning, I like to lay there and love the cat if they're there with me, mommy cat. I like to begin to feel my body. I don't open my eyes as long as I possibly can. I like to try to recall what I was just journeying in, what I was just dreaming. I like to feel my sheets and my pillow and my blanket and the air in the house, the warm air. And listen for the birds that are beginning to wake. And as I slowly open my eyes and sense how light or dark it still is, I'll often look over at my clock to see, what time am I waking this morning, this day? So I just take a few moments to breathe, and then I kind of stretch a little, move my body a bit. Typically I'll make a cup of tea, sometimes with maca, coffee. I'll tend to add a few things in like cinnamon, nutmeg, turmeric, pepper, coconut cream, oil, and honey. And I will sit out front in my favorite chair and I'll journal and I'll write where I'm at. Hello, hummingbird. Dear sweet royal hummingbird. So anyway, and then after I journal a bit and just feel into the day and connect with all my beautiful plants and the animals that are presenting themselves, the dear friends, the trees, the leaves falling, the wind, the sun as it's rising. I may take pictures. And then I begin to breathe. Sometimes that comes with toning. Sometimes that turns into a flow of this beautiful, beautiful language from within that now comes so often. And then I'll visit my doggies, feed my doggies, play with my doggies, maybe do a video. Maybe, I'm totally inconsistent about that, but I just take a moment to rise. And then I'll go for my walk, make a juice or an egg with some avocado or greens or whatever, depending on what I feel like. And then I go about my day. And that really helps. I also make sure that when I'm in the mirror, I look at myself in my eyes And I greet myself with love. And I'll often ask, what am I meant to do today? How am I meant to feel? Where am I today? And I ask for myself to be guided by the love that I am. And in my nighttime routine, tea is always involved. A bath is usually involved with either some really incredible magnesium crystals or some sea salt and baking soda. But there's always a bath. Sometimes I'll add oils and crystals and turn it into quite a ceremony. And then I'll listen to guided meditations, solfeggio tones, something calming, soothing, and inspiring before I go to sleep. And I turn off all my devices, putting my phone on airplane mode, and unplugging my computer. And I don't have TV or anything in my house anymore. It's been a few years. And as I lay in bed and I connect, I typically will place one hand on my sacral chakra, another hand on my heart, or another hand at the base of my skull. As I lay there, sometimes I will have a selenite bar or my mesa or some crystals in bed with me or under my bed. Sometimes I'll have a candle. But I will lay there and just connect again with my body and feel how I feel and just kind of relive the beautiful, delightful, loving, joyful moments of the day. And as I connect with my breath and I begin to relax into slumber, I like to think about expansion mansion. I like to think about new earth. I like to think about all being loved, all being healed, all feeling good. I like to think about ceremony, riding a horse on the beach, doing yoga, swimming, traveling. I like to dream. And then I ask to remember my dreams. And I ask for healing, clarity, and guidance, and a deeper knowing of myself before I drift off. So that's what I do. Besides recognizing how everything that happens to me, I attract. Everyone who comes into my awareness, I attract for some reason, for some purpose. Is it for me to expand my heart? Is it for me to love one another unconditionally? Is it for me to look at a fear or an insecurity or a judgment of self or others? What is this gift? So there you have it. I don't know. I don't know if this will help you in any way, but I sure hope it does. I love you. Be well. In love and light. Akasha Nicole.